What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So today we're going to take a look and a listen to Senator Thune. He's going to be talking about Social Security. Mainly, he's going to be criticizing President Biden when it comes to Social Security and a plan for Social Security. So I want you guys to understand that Senator Thune, he is in the leadership right now. And we know that Mitch McConnell will be stepping down at the end of this year. And so Senator Thune has a very good possibility of being the leader in the Senate, okay? Either the majority leader, the minority leader, depending on how the elections turn out in November. And so this is someone we should be listening to, and I want to show you this clip because he's talking about things. And then I have some criticism because he's talking about President Biden, but we need to go a little bit further and talk a little bit about Congress as a whole. So that's what we're going to focus on in this video. But first off, if you guys can do me a favor, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification, and then click all. By clicking all, you get notified anytime we post a video. We do daily videos here, so by clicking the bell notification and clicking all, you should be getting updated every day. And just a reminder, thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. And if you'd like to follow me on Twitter and Threads, you can at the TEC Show Live. Okay, so let's go ahead and get right over. This is a clip from Fox Business. Here we go.
Nothing but drive up energy costs further for American citizens.
Yeah, exactly. Another one for you. Interesting. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen admitting that, you know what, Joe Biden does not have a plan to save Social Security. Listen to this. I'll get your comment.
Okay.
Has Treasury really not looked at, okay, we're already charging $4.9 trillion for the deficit, for Medicare, for a lot of other things, and now we got to add social, but we haven't done the math to figure out how much that.
I don't know why he says social. Call it Social Security. He always says social. This is Senator Cassidy here that's talking.
Tax rate would have to
The
be.
president doesn't have a plan. He has principles. He wants to work with Congress to find a way to protect Social Security and extend its solvency beyond 2034.
Now, if the president wishes and he doesn't have a plan, Madam Secretary, how could he justify not having a plan when he's been in office for 3 years already?
He believes it's important to work with Congress and not
Madam Secretary, he has not worked with us at all. On this Senate Finance Committee, we've not heard from the president.
All right, Senator, Social Security is 9 years of insolvency. What's going to be done?
Well, that's the question, and she had no answer for that because he doesn't have a plan. And in fact, what they propose doing is increasing the cost of entitlement programs dramatically higher. And in his budget, they take the debt up about $17 billion or trillion dollars, I should say, from where it is today to over $50 trillion. And, you know, lots of tax increases, 5.2% or $5.2 trillion in new taxes and new spending, but no plan for how to rein in the cost of entitlement programs, which are unsustainable and, by the way, lead to.
Now, understand what he's saying here is rein in the cost of entitlement programs, Social Security, Medicare. Rein in the costs is what he's saying, okay? And so what does that mean? That means we need to make some cuts, right? Rein in the cost of entitlement programs.
As was pointed out by Senator Cassidy at that hearing yesterday, eventually about a 25% cut in benefits for people who are receiving Social Security. They have no plan. They don't want to talk about that issue. And all they want to do is pile on more debt on the backs of the American people and put our country at greater risk fiscally.
Okay, and he's also talking about piling on more debt. So what is he really saying? Because Social Security, the way that it is designed, it is not adding to our debt. Okay, so let's get that out. I mean, I don't understand how lawmakers get away with this and they don't get pushback from these interviewers. When it comes to Social Security, you're paying into this payroll contribution. So you're working, you're paying 6.2%, your employer is matching that 6.2%. That money goes to the Social Security Administration, and that is what is paying off benefits, okay? That, and then they have money in a trust fund, and they have to pull that money from the trust fund because the payroll contribution is not enough. It's only about 77%, and then you need to supplement the rest, and that's when you're pulling from the trust fund. And that is why they're saying in 9 years, the trust fund will be insolvent. There'll be no more money in the trust fund, and that's when we're going to see that 25% cut, or it's between 23 and 25%. All the different people and economists that say they don't know exactly. But when it comes down to it, that money is not adding to our debt. But they'll say that. Lawmakers will say that. Why? Because they want you to think that The problem is Social Security. The reason why we're in debt is because of Social Security. No, the reason why we're in debt is because of lawmakers just like him. Just like him, Congress people who are spending money. That is why we're in debt. They're spending other money. They're not spending money from the Social Security Administration because all that money is walled off and all that money goes to the beneficiaries. But they're spending our discretionary spending, and that's why we're increasing the debt.
Spend, spend, spend. Senator Thune, thank you, sir, for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
That's funny at the very end. Spend, spend, spend. Yes, that is what they do. Spend, spend, spend. And they're not stopping. And they're the only thing that we hear, especially when it comes to like Senator Thune and some of these other lawmakers, they'll be talking about, oh, you know what? We need tax cuts for the wealthy. They're going to keep talking about that, but we have a $34 trillion debt, but you want tax cuts. Because tax cuts bring in what? They bring in less revenue. If you're bringing in less revenue, how are you going to pay down the debt? How is that possible? Oh, well, you know what? The economy will start booming and then we'll be able to pay off the debt that way. It hasn't happened. We've been providing tax cuts for years now, and it hasn't paid down the debt. We just keep adding to the debt. And so it's interesting. Now, one thing I want to talk about, and like I said, Senator Thune has a very good possibility, and in my opinion, I think he will be the next leader in the Senate when it comes to Republicans. And so he should have a plan as well. They're putting all this on the president, and I will say, when it comes to President Biden, he needs to let us know what his plan is. He does. I would agree, 100%. He needs to let us know. Do you support Representative Larson's Social Security 2100 Act? It sounds like some of the things that he talks about when it comes to how to move forward with Social Security and Social Security reform, it sounds like he's in support of Representative Larson's plan. And in the past, he has said that he supports Representative Larson's Social Security 2100 Act. So why not say that now? Why not come out and say, look, this is the plan that I support. This is what I want to move forward. That's what he needs to do. And President Biden is not doing that for whatever reason, and it is hurting him. This is an opportunity for him because the average person, most people are in favor of Social Security reform and expanding Social Security. Most people are in favor of that. You have very few people out there that are saying, yeah, you know, we should cut Social Security, or we should privatize it. We should do away with Social Security. Very few people are saying that because all of us are contributing to Social Security. And so we want it to succeed. Even if that means that we might have to pay a little bit more. If our payroll contribution goes up, maybe 2%. So instead of 6.2%, it's now 8.2%. Most people would be okay with that because they'll be able to collect their full benefits when they retire. And so this is a win for President Biden, but he has to say, look, this is what I want. This is the plan that I want to move forward. And he hasn't said that yet. So I'm going to be listening for that. Hopefully he will put something out there when it comes to his plan. Now, understand this. His plan, President Biden's plan, is merely a wish list. Okay? Now, like I'm saying, I want him to let us know what his plan is for direction, but he has no power to get it passed. Congress has to pass it. And that's why Senator Thune is saying, oh, President Biden has no plan. Okay, Senator Thune, what is your plan? And if I'm interviewing Senator Thune, I would have asked him that question. I don't know why they didn't ask him that question. It's a simple question. President Biden doesn't have a plan, but what is your plan? He didn't give a plan. He didn't say anything, what he wanted to do. Now, when it comes down to it, it's going to go through Congress first. So it's going to go through the House. It's going to go through the Senate. It needs to be passed in both of those chambers before it gets to the president's desk so he can sign off on it. And so it's important that they have a plan. And Congress people like Senator Thune, they're not saying anything about their plan. At least Senator Cassidy, he has put forward a plan, even though I don't think that plan is realistic. He's talking about borrowing $1.5 trillion and putting it in the stock market, and then with the returns, and we'll use that to beef up Social Security. That is his plan. But at least he has a plan. Senator Thune is not even talking about any type of a plan. He's just criticizing the other side for not having a plan, but he's not putting a plan forward. And so you see this game that they're playing, and they're just going to keep going around in circles, and then nothing will get done. And so that's why I'm saying President Biden needs to come out and say, look, this is the plan that I support, and then move forward with that. And then once he puts that plan out there, then now the pressure is on Congress. The pressure is on leadership like Senator Thune to say, okay, this is what we want to do. And then they can compare the two. Okay, I just read the Republican Study Committee. They put together their plan. I just did that, just did a live stream on Thursday, and I went over their plan for Social Security. It doesn't look good. We're talking about cuts for Social Security. We're talking about raising the full retirement age. So we need to know what's on the table so we can start figuring out who we should be voting for in November. And I think it's very, very important for us to know how these lawmakers feel when it comes to Social Security. So I want to know what you guys think about this whole situation, so let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.